Basic appraisal procedures, page 270. Advocacy. Representing the cause or interest of another, even if that cause or interest does not necessarily coincide with one's own beliefs, opinions, conclusions, or recommendations. Age-life depreciation. A calculation that takes the effective age of a property and divides it by the total economic life. See depreciation. Agency. A relationship of trust created when one person, the principal, gives another person, the agent, the right to represent the principal in dealings with third parties. Air rights. The right to undisturbed use and control of the airspace over a parcel of land within reasonable limits for air travel. Air rights may be transferred separately from the land. Alienation. The transfer of ownership or interest in property to another party by any means. Alienation clause. A contract clause that gives the lender certain stated rights when a transfer of property ownership takes place. Upon the sale of or even transfer of significant interest in the property, the lender often has the right to accelerate the debt, change the interest rate, or charge a significant assumption fee. FHA and VA loans cannot contain this clause. Allocation method. A site valuation method that separates the value of the land from the structures that sit on it by taking a ratio of the land or site value to the total property value based on a typical property in the area. Amenity. A tangible or intangible feature that enhances and adds value to real estate. Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA. Legislation passed in 1990 as an extension of civil rights laws that guarantees access to places of public accommodation to people with disabilities. Under Competency Rule and Standard 1 of USPAP, an appraiser's assignment includes property compliance and how ADA regulations and requirements affect the property's highest and best use and value. Amortization. Elimination of a debt with a series of equal payments, principal and interest, at regular time intervals. Amortized loan. A loan with payments applied to principal and interest. Amount of $1. The future value of $1 based on the effects of compound interest. Anchor tenant. The main store in a shopping center expected to draw the most people. Annexation. Attaching personal property to land so the law views it as part of real property. See fixture. Annexer. A person who owns an item of personal property and brings it onto real property, making it a part of the real property. Annual percentage rate, APR. The relationship between the cost of borrowing money and the total amount financed, represented as a percentage. The APR is the total cost of financing a loan in percentage terms as a relationship of the total finance charges to the total amount financed. The Truth in Lending Act requires this rate to be disclosed to all borrowers. Anticipation. An economic theory that says value is created by the expectation of future benefits, such as profit, pleasure, tax shelter, production, income, etc. Anticipation is the foundation for the income approach. Appraisal. An estimate or opinion of the value of a property as of a specified date, supported by objective data. Appraisal consulting. The act or process of developing an analysis, recommendation, or opinion to solve a problem, where an opinion of value is a component of the analysis leading to the assignment results. Appraisal Foundation. A non-profit private organization created by the 9, now 8, leading appraisal organizations, which is recognized as the authority for professional appraisal standards. Appraisal Institute, AI, a professional organization for appraisers created in 1990 by the merger of the American Institute of Real Estate Appraisers and the Society of Residential Appraisers. Appraisal Plan, a preliminary survey identifying the scope, character, and amount of work needed to complete an appraisal. Appraisal Practice, valuation services performed by an individual acting as an appraiser, including but not limited to appraisal, appraisal review, or appraisal consulting. Appraisal Review, the act or process of developing and communicating an opinion about the quality of another appraiser's work that was performed as part of an appraisal review, or appraisal consulting assignment.